What is up, everyone? Back with another YouTube video. This is year 7 of 8 in our Arizona Coyotes franchise mode. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So as the lines are, on the first line we have Jake Guentzel, Logan Cooley, and Matthew Boldy. On the third line we have Eeli Tolvanen, Aatu Raty, and Dylan Guenther. Then the third line we have Mathis Maccelli, Wyatt Johnston, Joey Ginla. Then the fourth line we have Emil Hemming, Baron Hayden, and Lukas Reichel. Then for defense, on the first line we have Alexi and Rasmus Andersson. Then the second line we have David Jiricek, then Anthony. Then the third line we have Ivan Provorov and Larry McLeod. And for goaltending we have Stuart Skinner and Noah Val. Now here's sort of what we're going to have to worry. Extensions. So we only need 1 year. And Matthew Boldy wants $10 million. Oh. What does Anthony want? Yeah, for $1 million he wants 7.4. Jiricek, he wants 6.3. McLeod wants $6 million. Wow. I think I'll do Anthony. Offer him like $7 million. Then David Jiricek, I'll offer him 5.9. What about goalies? Skinner wants an extension, and he wants 5.7, so we could do like 5.2, and that should work, right? So Stuart Skinner says yes, Jiricek says yes, and we don't have cap space for Anthony. Well, you never know, so we're offering Dmitry Vrankov and Janik over to Washington for a 2030 4th round, 5th round, and 6th round pick. They say no, so we get rid of the 6th, and they accept. Well, Dmitry is wanting 7.4, so hopefully we can get him for 6.9, hopefully. And Anthony does accept. People that we might need to trade next season is Matthew Boldy. Go down, and it looks like possibly Larry McLeod. Because, yeah, for 1 year he wants $6 million as an 84 overall. And depending on it, whatever Hemming will want. So, yeah, as I'm filming this, the Oilers are up 5-2 on the Capitals. So, finally, after, what has it been? Way too long. Like, the first 2 seasons, we were in the playoffs. The rest we have not. But right now we are second in our division. Above us is Dallas and behind us is St. Louis, Colorado, Chicago, Nashville, Winnipeg, Minnesota. Then for entire league, it's Edmonton, Vancouver, New York, San Jose, Los Angeles, Carolina, Washington, Dallas, Tampa Bay, us for the top 10. Then the top bottom, we have Columbus, Pittsburgh, New York, Minnesota, Winnipeg, Toronto, Nashville, Ottawa, Chicago, Detroit, and Calgary. Goals for per game. The worst was Minnesota, Detroit, New Jersey. Best is Los Angeles, Edmonton, us. Then goals against. Worst is Columbus, Boston, Pittsburgh. then best is Vancouver, San Jose, Washington. So now for points. Logan Cooley has 74. Eeli Tolvanen, I believe, which is like on the third line, has 68 points. Then Matthew Boldy with 63. Aatu Ratta with 62. Dylan Guenther with 60. Then Jake Getzel with 56, which is not bad. He's still on 89. Lucas Reichel with 40, which is on the fourth line. Mathis Maselli with 35. Emil Hemming, which I may add is on the fourth line, with 29 points. Barron Hayden with 28. Joey Ginla with 27. Alexei with 24. David Jiricek with 22. Ivan Provorov with 20. Wyatt Johnston with 18. Rasmus Andersson with 18. Larry McLeod with 16. And Anthony with 8. And we need to thank everything on this man, Stuart Skinner. My boy has a 31, 14, and 8 record, 2 shutouts, a 907, and a 2.95. And Noah Val has a 4, 5, and 0 record, 0 shutouts, a 914, and a 3.16. Now for everyone in the league, there's Leon Draisaitl having 95 points. Then Connor McDavid with 93. Nikita Kucherov with 92. Johan and Braden Point, has 87. Nathan MacKinnon and Sebastian Aho with 85. Jason Robertson with 81. Philip Forsberg having 79. Then Connor Bedard having 78 to round out your top 10 in points. Then for goals, it's Connor Bedard with 50. Johan Martinson and Nathan MacKinnon having 48. Nikita Kucherov with 47. Connor McDavid with 44. David Pastrnak with 39. Mika Ranta with 38. Alexei with 37. Tage Thompson with 36. Leon Draisaitl with 35 to round out your top 10 in goals. Then for defensemen, Cale Makar has 66. Clark has 61. Adam Fox with 58. Evan Bouchard with 57. Gustav Forsling with 56. Vince Dunn with 48. Tied with Devon Toews. Then Philip Hronik, Noah Dobson, Charlie McAvoy having 47 to round out your top 10 in defensemen. Then wins for goalies, Thatcher Demko, Vanacek, Kochetkov having 34. Then Jasper Wallstead, Stuart Skinner having 31. Elias Sorokin with 30. Andrei Vasilevsky with 29. Philip Gustafson with 28. Lucas Destalt. Jeremy Swayman having 27 around a year, top 10 in goalies. Then for shutouts, Jeremy Swayman having 6. Then Philip Gustafson with 5. Then Tristan Sue, Thatcher Demko, and I guess that's it for shutouts. Then goals against as starter is Jeremy Swayman with a 9-1. Tied with Thatcher Demko. And then Kochetkov with a 9-16. Then goals against average. First starter is Thatcher Demko with the 2.41. Then it's Philip Gustafson with a 2.91 or 6.1. Then Kochetkov with a 2.66. Then rookie skaters. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any other people winning this. Ethan Bowie with 50. Then Walter with 30, tied with Michael with what? Brand Seg Nygord, something like that. Connor Geeky with 25, tied with Wes. Then Waltz with 23. Clark Caswell with 21. Chance with 18. Alexander with 17. Pavel to round out your top 10 with 16 points in Rookie Skaters. Okay, so what we're going to try here is Rasmus Anderson and Luke Misa for Jacob Chikrin. They say no. Well, what if I give you this elite low person and they accept? That was the only trade I did in that trade deadline. And now we have $5 million in extension dollars. So Larry McLeod, my boy, wants 7.5. What does Hemming want? I mean, Hemming, if you'll be okay with like 2 million, I would be fine with that. So let's see if Hemming does say yes to that. So Hemming says no, sadly. So we're gonna have to offer him more. Hemming, what if I give you 2.2? And Hemming says yes to the 2.2 million. It's new. Arizona, us, is first in our division with 103 points. Behind us is Dallas and Colorado, then St. Louis, Winnipeg, Chicago, Minnesota, and Nashville. Rest of the league, we have Vancouver, Edmonton, Carolina, New York, us, Montreal, Anaheim, Tampa, Los Angeles, San Jose. Then bottom ones, we have Columbus, Pittsburgh, Nashville, New York, Minnesota, Chicago, Toronto, Ottawa, St. Louis, Seattle, Calgary, and Vegas. Then goals for per game. Lowest was Minnesota, Columbus, Pittsburgh. Highest was LA, Carolina, and Edmonton. Then goals against average. Worst was Nashville, Columbus, Pittsburgh. Best was Vancouver, Edmonton, Washington. So for our team, we have Logan Cooley with 98 points. Ellie Tolvanen with 83, Atu Rata with 79, Dylan Gunther with 77, Matthew Boldy with 75, Jake Getzel with 74, Lucas Reichel with 53, Mathis Masali with 55, Baron Hayden with 36, Joe Ginla with 34, also Hemming having 34, David Juracek with 30, Alexei with 29, Wyatt Johnston with 28, Ivan Provorov with 25, Larry McLeod with 19, Jacob Chikrin with 17, Anthony with 16. For goaltenders, Stuart Skinner with a 42, 19, and 9 record, 4 shutouts, a 909, and a 289, or 6. Then Noah Val having a 5, 8, and 0 record, 0 shutouts, a 911, and a 321. In the entire league, we have Johan Martinson and Nikita Kucherov with 116, then Nathan McKinnon with 114, Leon Draisaitl with 111, Sebastian Aho with 110, Connor McDavid with 109, Tied with Braden Point, Jason Robertson with 102, Connor Bedard, David Pastrnak, Cole Caulfield, Brady Tkachuk, all having 101 to round out your top 10 in points. Then for goals, we have Connor Bedard with 65, Nathan MacKinnon with 62, Johan Martinson with 59, Nikita Kucherov with 58, Connor McDavid with 52, David Pastrnak with 50, Austin Matthews with 47, Mika Ranta with 46, tied with Tage Thompson, then Leon Draisaitl having 43 to round out your top 10 in goals. Then for defensemen, Cale Makar with 60 or 93, Adam Fox with 81, Evan Bouchard and Brendan Clark having 76, Gustav Forsling with 71, Charlie McAvoy and Devon Toews having 61, Shea Theodore, Vince Dunn having 60, then Josh Morrissey having 59 round out your top 10 in defensemen. Then for goalies, we have Thatcher Demko with 46 wins, Kochekov with 45, Stuart Skinner with 42, Lucas Dostal with 40, Vanacek with 39, Andrei Vasilevsky with 37, Jesper Wallstedt with 39 or 36, Jeremy Swayman, Oliver Smith-Leakins, Ilya Sorokin, guy that shall not be said, Ville Husso, Igor Shesterkin, Alexander Georgiev having 35 wins to round out your top 10 in goaltenders. For wins, Then for shutouts, we have Jeremy Swayman with 6, Philip Gustafson, Thatcher Demko, and Tristan Sue having 5. Save percentage as a starter will be Thatcher Demko with a 919. Then Kochekov with a 916. Then Jeremy Swayman with a 915. Then goals against average for a starter is Tristan Jarry with the 2.51. Behind him is Kochekov with a 2.65. Then behind him is Jasper Wallstedt with a 2.75 or 71. In rookie skaters, we have Ethan Bowe with 65, Walter with 45, Michael with 43, Wes with 38, Waltz with 33, Connor Geeky with 31, Clark Caswell with 27, then Chance and Alexander having 21, and Jay Hamilton, Pavel, Mathis, all having 18 to round out your top 10 in rookie skaters. Team that we are going against, we have, one never went against them, and it's the Los Angeles Kings. So they have Kevin Fiala, Johan Martinson, and Adrian Kempe on the first line. Then Victor Arvidsson, Quinton Byfield, and Andrew Basha on the second line. Then the third line, we have Andrew Kopp, Callum Ritchie, and Atu Jamson. Then fourth line, we have Nico Huntanen, Colton Sissons, and Cody Glass. For defensemen, they have Mikey Anderson, Clark, then John Morano, never said his name right, Marcus Pedersen, Lucas, and Cody Ceci. Then for goaltenders, they have Vanacek and Oliver Rodrigue. As we know, we sim for games and hope for the best. Looks like no way. Oh, we almost swept them. We won game 1, we won game 2, we won game 3, but lost game 1 or 4. Go into game 5. We lose game 5. Go into game 6. We lose game 6. Don't reverse sweep. Go into game 7. And they reverse sweep us. Are you kidding me? That is stupid. So it looks like the Anaheim Ducks win the Stanley Cup, and then the Calder Cup goes to Colorado Eagles. Oh, for the draft lottery, New York gets first, Philadelphia has second, then Columbus, Pittsburgh, Nashville, Minnesota, Chicago, Toronto, Ottawa, Seattle, Calgary, Vegas, Detroit, Winnipeg, Florida, and St. Louis. Good players, we have Sidney Crosby retiring, then Steven Stamkos, John Tavares, Claude Giroux, Mark Scheifele, Jonathan Huberdeau, Max Pacioretty, Roman Josi, William Karlsson, Vladimir Tarasenko, I can't speak, which was traded to Florida at the trade deadline. Good for him. Charlie Coyle, Brendan Saad, Nino Niederreiter, Jaden Shorts, Brock Nelson, Kelly, Brandon Gallagher, Ryan Johansson, Philip Denault, Kevin Hayes, Jean-Gabriel Pegu, Yanni Gourde, Devon Taves, Rickard Rakell, Shane Gostisbehere, and finally Hampus Lindholm. Then for goalies, we have Sergei Bobrovsky, Martin Jones, and Peter Mrazek. The playoff picture went: Anaheim went against Edmonton, then Vancouver, then LA, then New York. New York went against the Capitals, Bruins, Buffalo, and then Anaheim, and lost to Anaheim. Forwards, we have Anaheim, then Vancouver, then we know everything here. Individual, we have Martinson winning the Art Ross, Kucherov with the Hart, James Norris with Cale Makar, Lady Byng with Kucherov, Calder with Ethan, Conn Smythe goes to Leo Carlsson, Vezina goes to Thatcher Demko, and so does the William Jennings. Wait, I just thought I seen something. Bill Masterton goes to Kuznov, it's like, how do you say it? I don't know. Jack Adams goes to the Devils coach, sorry for the pause, which I think it should have went with us, because we've gone years without being in the playoffs and just went in. Whatever. Frank Selke goes to Bo Horvat, Ted Lindsay goes to Kucherov, and Maurice Richard goes to Connor Bedard. And hopefully Matthew Boldy over to Vegas for Peyton Krebs and a 5th. They say no. What if we add a 7th? They say no, we go 1 for 1, and they accept. I don't know if it's some glitch, but like, everyone here is unknown. Like, I have no idea, so I don't want to waste draft picks, so I'll probably be trading them. Hoping to do a couple seconds, couple sixths for Savoy, and a second round pick, and they accept. At the re-sign phase, because you can see for cap space, we only have 4.2 million. So for Savoy, we'll give him 3, and McLeod, we will qualify him for 1.1 million. And all the NHL coaches, all the coaches say yes and all that. Some AHL guys. Looks like Savoy. Like, I think we have other people to fit his place, but I think we need to let him go. I'll qualify him too. I don't think I'm going to pick anyone up, but wow. Tage Thompson, Nick Suzuki, some guy, Clark, Ranta, Hronek, Rossi. Like a couple good players. Like, wow. This is a stacked free agency. Then goalies. We have Sue, guy that shouldn't be said, and that's it for good goalies. So Larry didn't accept his qualifying offer, but he wants 3.5. We can get rid of Dmitry Voronkov because he's not on the team right now. I don't know, it sort of seems like a theme. We're going to be putting Dmitry Voronkov on the Washington Capitals again for hopefully a 4th and a 7th. They say no, get rid of the 7th, no again. But if we get a 5th and a 7th, no, get a 5th, and they accept. So that we sort of know that he accepts our offer, I'm going to offer him 3.6. He's wanting 3.5, I'm offering him 3.6. Hopefully he accepts. Why does it say he's on the Calgary Wranglers? Larry McLeod accepts the contract. So hopefully this team wins the Stanley Cup. On the first line we have Eli Tolvanen, Logan Cooley, and Jake Etzel. Second line we have Lucas Reichel, Atu Rata, and Dylan Gunther. Then the third line we have Baron Hayden, Matthew Savoy, and Joan Ginla. Then the fourth line we have Wyatt Johnston, Emil Hemming, and Mathis Maselli. For defense, we have Anthony and Jacob Chickman on the first line. Then Larry McLeod and Alexei on the second. And then Ivan Provorov and David Jiricek on the third. Then on goaltending, we have Stuart Skinner and Noah Val. Well, that is year 7 of 8 of this Arizona Coyotes franchise mode. I hope all y'all enjoyed this episode, and see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.